In this video, we'll be taking a look at 4 NHL games happening on November 21st, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 8 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets. As we provide these videos on a daily basis, I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 4 NHL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Minnesota Wild versus Pittsburgh Penguins. We need to talk about the schedule spot here because it is screaming at us. The Penguins are playing their first game back on North American soil since returning from the 2025 NHL Global Series in Sweden. Historically, teams dealing with that transatlantic travel and the subsequent jet lag struggle to find their legs in that first game back. On top of the fatigue factor, Pittsburgh is banged up. They are missing their starting netminder Tristan Jarry and key depth pieces like Rickard Rakell and Noel Etziari, while Artur Silovs has been a revelation in net for the Pens since coming over, posting a solid .918 save percentage. He's being asked to carry a heavy load for a team that might be skating in mud. On the other side, the Minnesota Wild are rolling. They come into this one riding a 3-game winning streak, having just edged out the Hurricanes 4-3 and the Golden Knights 3-2. Even without Vladimir Tarasenko and Marco Rossi, who are both shelved on injured list, the top line is clicking. Kirill Kaprizov is playing at an MVP pace with 24 points, and Matt Boldy has stepped up massively. The Wild have the momentum, the cleaner injury bill in terms of team structure, and the massive advantage of being acclimated to the time zone. We are fading the jet-lagged home team here. As our first pick for this matchup, the Minnesota Wild money line as underdogs is our full game side pick. When you look at the numbers, your first instinct might be to look at the under because of the injuries to scorers like Rakell and Tarasenko, but the goaltending matchup suggests otherwise. Filip Gustavsson is the likely starter for Minnesota, and it has been a roller coaster season for him. He's sitting on a 3 goals against average and a sub .900 save percentage, which means he is prone to letting in a few softies, especially against a Penguins power play anchored by Sidney Crosby and Evgeny Malkin, who can still punish mistakes even when tired. Conversely, while Silovs has been good for Pittsburgh, Global Series return games often feature sloppy defensive breakdowns and loose neutral zone play as legs get heavy in the third period. The Wild have scored 9 goals in their last 3 games, and Pittsburgh generally has the firepower to keep up at home. We expect a script where Minnesota pushes the pace to exploit Pittsburgh's fatigue, leading to a 4-3 or 5-2 type of game. The defense for the Pens might just be a step too slow tonight to keep this low scoring. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Chicago Blackhawks versus Buffalo Sabres. We are looking at 2 teams moving in completely different directions this season. The Blackhawks have finally turned the corner on their rebuild, sitting comfortably at 10-5-4 and playing with a level of defensive structure we haven't seen in Chicago in a decade. They've won 3 straight road games coming into tonight, and the chemistry between Connor Bedard and Teuvo Teravainen is electric. Bedard is on a tear with 29 points in just 19 games. On the flip side, Buffalo is reeling. The Sabres have dropped 9 of their last 12 games, and despite the offensive firepower of Tage Thompson, they simply cannot keep the puck out of their own net or find consistency under Lindy Ruff. The goaltending matchup heavily favors the visitors here. Spencer Knight has resurrected his career in Chicago, posting a sparkling .924 save percentage, while Buffalo's tandem of Alex Lyon and Colton Ellis has struggled to stay above .900, even with Chicago dealing with injuries to grit guys like Nick Foligno and Jason Dickinson. Their top 6 skill is overwhelming a fragile Sabres defense that is missing Michael Kesselring. Buffalo might be at home at KeyBank Center, but they are playing like a team searching for answers, while Chicago is playing like a team gearing up for a playoff run. We are backing the team with the hotter goalie, the best player on the ice, and all the momentum. As our first pick for this matchup, the Chicago Blackhawks to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. When you look at the metrics, the total here feels a goal too high. The market is seemingly reacting to Buffalo's messy defensive play, but it's ignoring just how elite Chicago has been at suppressing high-danger chances this season. The Blackhawks rank 3rd in the NHL in goals allowed, giving up just 2.55 per game. They are suffocating teams in the neutral zone, and Spencer Knight is cleaning up the rest. Conversely, Buffalo's offense has gone ice cold, ranking 26th in the league in scoring. They are struggling to generate sustained pressure, and Chicago's penalty kill, which has been excellent, should neutralize the Sabres' primary weapon in Tage Thompson's one-timer. Furthermore, Chicago isn't a run-and-gun team on the road. They play a disciplined, possession-heavy style that bleeds the clock. With Jason Zucker just returning for Buffalo and likely rusty, and Chicago missing some of their bottom six grinders who usually create chaos, this game screams tight checking battle rather than a shootout. We expect a 3-2 type of game where Chicago controls the pace and keeps the total remarkably low. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Carolina Hurricanes versus Winnipeg Jets. We have a fascinating cross-conference clash tonight at the Canada Life Centre. The narrative lines are writing themselves in this one, highlighted by the return of Nikolai Ehlers to Winnipeg. But this time, he's wearing a Carolina Hurricanes sweater, while the Canes have been buzzing with a 13-5-2 record. Led by the red-hot Seth Jarvis and the steady playmaking of Sebastian Aho, there are significant cracks in their armor tonight. The most glaring issue is on the back end. Carolina is without their defensive anchor, Jacob Slavin, who remains on injured list with a lower body injury, and they are also missing Jalen Chatfield. That is a massive amount of defensive stability removed from the lineup. On the other side, the Jets are looking to snap the Canes' momentum, while Winnipeg is dealing with their own absences. Missing captain Adam Lowry and forward Cole Perfetti, their top-end talent is healthy and firing. Mark Scheifele and Kyle Connor are both averaging well over a point per game, and Josh Morrissey continues to drive the bus from the blue line. But the biggest differentiator here is in the crease. With Carolina's defense depleted, they are going to rely heavily on their goaltending to bail them out, whereas the Jets have the ultimate equalizer in Connor Hellebuyck. Getting the Jets at plus money on home ice, especially when the opponent is missing their best defensive defenseman, feels like the right spot to back the home side to spoil Ehlers' homecoming. As our first pick for this matchup, the Winnipeg Jets money line is our full game side pick. Despite the offensive firepower on both rosters, Scheifele and Connor for the Jets, Aho and Svechnikov for the Canes, this game has the makings of a tight-checking, playoff-style grind. The Hurricanes, even without Slavin, are disciplined under their structural system and sit third in the league in goal differential, largely because they suppress high-danger chances effectively. They are likely to play a more conservative, sheltered road game tonight to protect their depleted blue line. Conversely, the Jets have been one of the better defensive teams in the league this season, ranking 6th in goals conceded. Connor Hellebuyck tends to step up in marquee matchups, and the Jets' penalty kill will be focused on neutralizing Carolina's 12.5% power play, which has struggled to find consistency all year. With the Jets missing some depth scoring in Lowry and Perfetti, and the Canes likely tightening up to compensate for injuries, the pace should slow down as the game progresses. Expect a 3-2 type of battle rather than a track meet. As our second pick for this matchup, under 6.5 is our full game total pick. Boston Bruins versus Los Angeles Kings. We've got a fascinating matchup at Crypto.com Arena tonight as the Boston Bruins visit the Los Angeles Kings. On paper, this looks like a revenge game for Boston's head coach Marco Sturm, who returns to Los Angeles after coaching the Ontario Reign and serving as a Kings assistant for years. But let's be real, narratives don't win bets, healthy rosters do. And right now, the Bruins are walking wounded. They are absolutely decimated down the middle. We already knew they were missing Elias Lindholm and Casey Middlestat, but losing Charlie McAvoy to facial surgery last week is the nail in the coffin for their puck movement. You're looking at a Boston lineup where Morgan Geekie, who, to be fair, has been on a heater with 14 goals, is being asked to carry the offense alongside David Pastrnak. But without McAvoy breaking the puck out and without a true 1C, the Bruins are going to struggle to generate high-danger chances against the Kings' structure. The Kings aren't perfect. Losing Drew Doughty to that foot injury on Monday is a massive blow to their blue line, but they are the healthier, deeper team. They've been road warriors this season, but have been awful at home. This is the perfect get-right spot. They're catching a Boston team that is practically an AHL roster in terms of depth, forced to field call-ups like Fraser Mintin and Mate Blumel in meaningful roles. Darcy Kuemper has been rock solid, and I trust Los Angeles 1-3-1 neutral zone trap to suffocate a Bruins team that simply lacks the personnel to break through it tonight. We are fading the depleted visitors. As our first pick for this matchup, the Los Angeles Kings on the money line is our full game side pick. We have two teams missing their primary transition engines, Drew Doughty for Los Angeles and Charlie McAvoy for Boston. When you take those two elite puck movers off the ice, the pace naturally slows down. The breakouts become messier, the neutral zone gets clogged, and the game turns into a grind. The Kings already play a suffocating defensive style under Jim Hiller, allowing the 9th fewest goals in the league. They are perfectly comfortable winning a boring 2-1 or 3-1 game. On the other side, Boston's offensive well has run dry. Without the playmaking of Lindholm or the chaos creation of the departed Brad Marchand, the Bruins are relying entirely on Pasternak to create magic out of thin air. With Nikita Zadorov and Hampus Lindholm logging heavy minutes on defense, Boston will likely try to park the bus to protect Jeremy Swayman, who has struggled this year but is capable of stealing a low-scoring game. Expect a lot of dump and chase, a lot of neutral zone turnovers, and very few odd-man rushes. The Kings struggle to score, and the Bruins can't score right now. This has defensive struggle written all over it. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.